Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about repetition and why repetition is so effective and so helpful in helping you get your manifestations. Okay, I know I've been seeing a lot of talk and discussion about robotic affirming, just repeating your affirmations as a means of saturating your mind to get your manifestation. And this book really explains why this works. This book really explains the science behind repetition. Okay, and I wanted to read a couple of excerpts. Honestly, it's just this one chapter 13, although the entire book talks about the same thing, and it sort of reiterates the same concept that when you repeat affirmations, you form new neural pathways that will help you manifest what you want. Okay, but yeah, this chapter definitely explains that pretty in depth, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read that. But before I do that, and I'm just gonna leave this page open, so if you want to screenshot this or something, because I like screenshotting pages that I read that I think are really helpful, and I look back on them anytime I maybe kind of start not losing faith, but maybe start doubting the power of manifestation. Maybe if I don't see things in the 3D, I will literally go to the photo album in my phone. I literally have an album dedicated to manifestation where I screenshot manifestation content that I see on Pinterest, Twitter, the books that I read. Okay, of course I save it on those apps too, but just kind of having everything in one place, consolidate everything in one place will help you in moments where you feel you need a little bit of reassurance, or you just need to be reminded of manifestation. Because we're storing everything, right? But sometimes our brain stores everything, but sometimes we just need reminders that this works, repetition works. Neural pathways are a thing, our brains are electric in nature. I have spit so many facts on this channel, but do I remember all of them right now? No, even though I know it's stored and documented in my brain. That's why I store and document it on my phone, so I can refer to it. But anyways, before getting started with the video, I did want to tell you that you guys, and this is something that I'm gonna say in every video, but please, as much as you can, reminder to affirm for your manifestation abilities. Affirm that you are the operant power of your reality and that everything goes the way that you want it to go. You guys, that is key. That is key in getting your manifestations, especially when you're getting discouraged by the 3D, triggered by the 3D. Maybe you're just not seeing anything. Maybe you're giving too much, credence to time. You're placing certain things on a pedestal. Call back your energy, call back your power. I literally say I call back my energy, I call back my power. I am the operant power of my reality. No one has free will in my reality. Okay, I am God. If you don't feel comfortable saying that, that's okay. Just say I'm the operant power of my reality. I trust in my manifestation abilities. Only my positive thoughts manifest. Only good things manifest. Okay, I am so powerful. Oh my gosh, I really just saying dramatic affirmations, exaggerating my affirmations, people move mountains for me. Honestly, Sammy Ingram is amazing at giving dramatic, exaggerated affirmations. I know she has a couple of good ones, but especially if you're someone who has been lacking confidence in themselves, you can change that. Just say, no, I'm so confident in myself. I'm confident, secure in myself. I'm confident in my manifestation abilities. Exaggerating your affirmations can really help, right? It will help you find that sort of midpoint between feeling insecure and not confident, and feeling you can do literally anything. So that's why especially if you're someone that's maybe struggled with self-esteem issues, you're very sensitive, maybe certain things happen in your childhood, this, I don't want to talk about it, but you know what I mean. If you're someone that you feels you need a little bit more confident, try exaggerating your affirmations. Okay, don't say that you're a millionaire, you're a billionaire. I'm so grateful that I'm a billionaire. I'm so grateful that, I love using gratitude affirmations. I definitely feel it helps you stay in the present moment. I'm so grateful that I'm obsessed over, I'm mesmerizing, I'm captivating, I'm addicting, my aura is so beautiful, just like I love using these words, like, these like really like fancy type words, like, oh, I'm captivating, I'm addictive, I'm mesmerizing, I'm obsessed over, I'm healthily obsessed over, I'm worshipped, I'm romanticized, like, how maybe you could have heard like, oh, you're romanticizing this, that. No, you're the one being romanticized. Tell yourself that I'm always romanticized, I'm always respected, I'm always valued, I'm always prioritized. The world literally exists to serve me. The universe exists to serve me. The universe thrives when I thrive, okay? Like, the universe is dependent on me being happy for it to be, okay, maybe, like, not like that, but you know what I mean? Like, just curate your own affirmations, whatever feels, comfortable to you. But I really like the whole concept of, like, you do exist to get your manifestations. You, like, the reason why you were put on this planet, whatever, personally for me, like, this is my philosophy, is for you to hone in on your manifestation abilities, to realize how powerful you are, to realize that you can create. You were not brought here to be a victim, okay? That's also another thing that I want you to remember, and I'm probably going to remind you in every video, is to get out of that victim mentality, get out of that victim mindset, okay? That scarcity mindset. No, your SP is head over heels in love with you. No, they're gonna unfollow every single person for you. Nope, they like all your posts. They always, hype you up. They're following you. They unblocked you. They're in love with you. They're chasing you. They're moving mountains to be with you. They're moving destinations to be with you. Okay, I know some people who've literally like gotten jobs to be with people in other cities and other states. Okay, I've seen like people do the most for love. I've seen people get the most out of this world. People become like millionaires overnight because their like video went viral on TikTok, okay, their business went viral. Like, this can happen for you. If that possibility exists, even if you even think of it, then you have the means of tapping into it. And that's really what everything is about. It's about you tapping into certain realities by focusing your thoughts and energy on that reality, which self-concept is very important and essential in helping you reach that reality, right? I definitely think self-concept is key. I'm always going to stand by that. I feel like even just affirming that you are the god of your reality, you're the operant power of your reality, you're so secure and confident in your manifestation abilities, that 1,000,000,000% counts as self-concept, okay? So even if you don't feel like saying other self-concept affirmations, just even saying, nope, I'm the operant power of my reality, nope, I don't know, I keep saying nope. I say no as in to counteract any sort of negative thoughts, okay? Because that is how you create new neural pathways. You override certain pathways by thinking in your favor, by thinking, thoughts that are in your favor. The conscious overrides the unconscious, right? Like, consciously affirming certain things will override anything that doesn't serve you. Your unconscious ways of thinking that, don't serve you, or, just any sort of like deeply rooted programs that you have within you that don't serve you anymore can be replaced by positive thinking and repetitive, consistent positive thinking, even if you don't believe it in the beginning, okay? Like, this stuff definitely does work. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, like, I really like saying, like, like, the universe wants to see me thrive, because that is true. Like, if you actually think about it, when you're in a good mood, when you're happy, you feel like sharing, right? Like, I know a lot of people, if they get like a raise or a promotion or they get a new job, like, they want to share that with other people. I mean, me personally, I recently got a raise, and I literally took my sister out to brunch and like treated her to brunch, and I just felt so generous, and because I was operating from an abundant mindset, I felt like sharing that with the world. And even for me, like, one of the reasons I created this channel is because I know that manifestation works. I know that I have so much abundance in my life, and I want everyone else to be able to experience that, okay? You deserve to experience that. Again, like, that's why you're here. You're here to curate your manifestation, or like, oh my gosh, curate your reality to the way that you want it to be. Like, think of actual social media apps. You curate your TikTok feed, your Instagram feed, whatever, by interacting with certain things, or clicking not interested in certain things, right? Like, that's exactly what you have to do with thoughts, okay? If you don't like, sometimes you will see like videos and stuff on Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media that you don't like. So just click not interested. That's what you have to do with thoughts. Yeah, I'm not interested. I don't care. Like, I only give power and energy to the thoughts that I want to see in my reality. And you saying that, you consciously affirming that, will help you get there. You will start, like, it gets easier, okay? Like, the more you do that, the easier it gets. But you have to start somewhere, and you can't keep giving up just because you don't see, something right in front of your face, because it's always happening, you guys. Like, things are always moving behind the scenes, okay? I've seen this happen multiple times, and I've even done like retrospective analysis. Like, when I got my manifestations, I did a little bit of like reverse engineering. Maybe I would like go back to certain things. Maybe I would go back to like, I know I'm someone who likes documenting things, so I would like screenshot certain things. I'd go back to like, looking at dates of certain things, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, this was working all along, okay? And I'm not saying you need to do all that, but my point is, I'm proof that this kind of stuff does exist. I'm proof that you can manifest anything you want. I'm proof that like, you are the operant power of your reality, that you can, like, you have the power to create like anything that you want, because infinite realities exist. There are infinite parallel realities that are just waiting for you to be tapped into, that's waiting for you to tap into them by your thoughts, by what you're focusing on, by what you're directing your energy to, okay? And okay, this is like oh my gosh, I was gonna start off by giving you examples of times where I literally just affirmed in my manifestation abilities, like, oh, I'm so powerful, everything's working out for me in the best way possible, everything in my life is perfect. I literally just said these on a loop again and again and again and again and again, okay? And like, I got what I wanted, okay? One example I'll give is I had to lead a meeting for work, okay, at 10 a.m. and my laptop, okay, my VPN just was not connecting, and I was freaking out. I was freaking the heck out, okay? And like, this is like a pretty like important meeting with like, a lot of like senior executives, and like, this is not something I can miss. It would look very unprofessional on my part, right? So I had a lot of stake in this. I was like pretty emotionally invested in this. I know some people would be like, oh, well, if there's something that you don't have resistance to, then like, all this stuff, right? Like, all these like limiting beliefs, like, if you really want something, then you have to let it go. I didn't let it go. I'm like, no, I have to attend this meeting. I have to lead this meeting. I'm the one that like sends out like the notes. I'm the one that organizes these meetings. I'm the one that has to like, follow up with people to make sure they're, doing their tasks and all that. So like, I could not miss this meeting. There was a lot at stake here. Okay. Literally, I just said everything works out for me. The internet connected, the VPN connected, just whatever came to mind, whatever felt natural to me. But something I did say is, everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. I believe in my manifestation abilities. I'm so powerful. 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 Like, literally, I went into like alpha mode. Okay, I felt like I reached some sort of like meditative trance like mode, and guess what, literally 2 minutes, 9:58 a.m. my VPN connected. I was able to log on. I was the first one to like attend the meeting. I was the first one that showed up on the meeting platform, which was good, because like, honestly, it looks bad if you're leading a meeting and like you're not the first one there, right? Like, you can't be late to your own meeting, right? So yeah, that ended up working out. Another example is that I recently got the Apple Vision Pro, okay? And I really wanted it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, after the demo, I put in the order. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy it. It was almost like $4K. It was like $3,800. But to me, I'm just like, oh, no big deal, right? Because money is it's just energy at the end of the day, right? Like, that's yet another manifestation. I just splurge on like tech products, and like, I don't even think twice about it, because I'm just like, you know what? Like, the money will always come back to me. And also, I did end up getting a raise this year, so I wanted to treat myself. And I'm telling you this stuff, you guys, because I want to let you know that like, this is stuff that I've been talking about for like probably like the past year and a half, right? And I'm telling you, like, I still have it. I still have my luxury apartment. I still like, travel anywhere I want. I still have like all this monetary abundance. I still get raises. I still get like, awards. Good things are still happening to me at work, okay? I still have my job in this economy, this, that, right? So yeah, I'm just saying this to motivate you, and like to tell you that you can keep your manifestations as well. I'm living proof that you can keep your manifestations as long as you like, just think positive thoughts, and just like set some time to like, just affirm. Even if you don't believe it, just affirm, because what do you have to lose, right? But anyways, yeah, I really wanted the Apple Vision Pro, so I went to pick it up, and they had my size and everything, and I put in the order, but Apple like was taking some time to process the order. Like I don't even know what was going on, but like I had the app, I had like, like in real time, like the app was updating, like showing me, oh, like, this is still processing, right? And of course, like, I ended up going at like 7:30 p.m. Like I went to the Apple store, Grand Central Station, which closes at like 8 p.m. And yeah, I go there at like 7:30 p.m., right? And it's like at that point it's like 7:45, and it's like, the store is closing in 15 minutes, and I'm just like, I want this. Like, I want this so bad. I mean, I literally just put in the money, and it's like my size is there, everything is there. It just, I even have the apps downloaded and everything, right? Like, I updated my iOS. I just need the actual physical product. I want the physical product in the 3D. And guess what? I ended up getting it, okay? Literally, like, 10 minutes, 7:50 p.m., before the store is about to close, I get the notification. Oh, it's processed. Like I still remember like getting that notification, and like the amount of like just like dopamine that like flooded my brain. Okay, sometimes I like think back to positive moments. That's also another life hack. Think back to moments where you manifested something that you really wanted. Okay, and anytime you feel discouraged, just like keep reminding yourself of that. Okay, and then I ended up getting it right on time. It was the most amazing thing ever. I set it up that same day, and the affirmations I used were, I'm so powerful, I'm so powerful, I'm so powerful, I'm so grateful that I got my Apple Vision Pro, I'm so grateful that I got my Apple Vision Pro, right? Like, just whatever feels natural to you at the moment. Just curate affirmations on the spot. But I really just like saying, I am so powerful. I am so powerful. I am so powerful. I'm confident in my manifestation abilities. I'm confident in my manifestation abilities. I'm confident in my manifestation abilities. Everything goes my way. This is also a really good one. My life is perfect. My life is perfect. My life is perfect. Everything always goes my way. Everything always goes my way. Everything always goes my way, okay? I'm saying these multiple times because this is literally how I sound. Like, I know I probably sound crazy right now, but this stuff definitely works, okay? But anyways, now I'm going to go ahead and get started with the video, okay? This video is starting at around 17 minutes, okay? So if someone wants to put that timestamp, or actually maybe I'll put that timestamp in the description box below, okay? I love, like, just telling personal stories because I feel like it makes it more relatable and it encourages people. But yeah, 17 minutes, okay? At 17 minutes, I'm going to start the video. So yeah, Chapter 13, repetition, how pathways are formed, okay? So we've seen in the rules of programming, we've covered so far mindfulness, choices, intention, and focus. Each of those rules is vital to your success in rewiring your brain. But the next rule, repetition, stands above all others, okay? So for those of you that doubt robotic affirming, okay, or mantra meditation or repetitive affirming, whatever you call it, like, just try it out for yourself. But you have to be consistent enough. A lot of you guys give up too easily, okay? People who say it doesn't work for them just gave up, like, and that goes with any method. People who say like any method didn't work for them just were not consistent with it. But the key here is consistency. Even if you want to manifest with states or whatever, you have to, like, practice that. You have to hone in on that skill, right? Like, you have to practice getting into a state. You can get in and out of a state, whatever you want, but like, you have to have some sort of repetition behind that, right? Think about words. Like, we form words, we can form sentences, we can form paragraphs because of repetition. It's not like one day you were just born and you started talking. Like, no, the people around you talked, you started talking, you started, like, spelling out syllables, this, that, right? Or sounding out syllables, and then, spelling words, and yeah, it grew, right? So that's why repetition really is key here. And if you're feeling especially hopeless, I'm not even kidding when I say saturating your mind will help dispel doubts, fears, okay? Even if you have fears, seriously, like, when you saturate your mind enough, it becomes your unconscious program. And as we all know, or like, subconscious program, like 95% of our life is dictated by our subconscious mind. But you can program your subconscious mind by repetition, by affirming for whatever it is that you want, or listening to affirmation tapes, whatever it is that you do, okay? There's different ways of repetition and saturation. I personally like listening to affirmation tapes because, I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm like lazy, but if you're into like lazy manifesting, or you're just like, I just need a fix, I need a hack, I'm not even kidding, listen to affirmation tapes all day in your voice. Things will move so fast. I'm not even kidding when I say, like, this stuff works. You will see movement so fast in the 3D. Things change and shift behind the scenes. You guys, I've manifested away like so many things. I manifested in so many things by repetition and saturation. I manifested away like third parties in the matter of weeks just by listening to my affirmation tapes overnight for like, like literally like a couple of days. I remember I was on this flight for like 14 hours. I just like plugged in my headphones, just listened to it all night long. And actually this was a trip that I was on. Every single day before going to sleep, I listened to my affirmation tapes overnight, and I woke up with it. Even people in my dreams started reflecting back my affirmations to me. And I woke up, and I'm not even kidding when I say like the third party completely gone. Okay, and this works for anything. You want to manifest in something into your life, affirmation tapes. Okay, you want to manifest abundance, money, affirmation tapes. Just affirmation tapes. Just try it. Okay, just download the Parrot app. It's free. It loops your affirmations. Record it in your own voice. You can listen to subliminals. You can even listen to other people's subliminals. I would say, like, for me personally, like, I like listening to like my own voice. I feel like my brain is used to my own voice, and I say it in the way that, I speak to myself, like my inner monologue. But even if you were to just listen to someone's subliminal, like, all the time, or someone else's affirmation tapes, and you were consistent with it, you would see results, okay? But the key here is consistency, so you can actually form that neural pathway. But anyways, repetition stands above all others when it comes to success in almost anything you do. Your brain forms almost all of its new neural pathways through repetition. It also strengthens older pathways with the same process. When I'm asked to give my opinion on what really forms the foundation of success of any kind, my answer is repetition, repetition, repetition. I see what the author did there. He even repeated repetition. That's how the brain works. That's how success works. Even as you're reading this book, I really love this part. I've used selective repetition to help you wire in and retain the information that you're reading more easily. That's what I do on my channel, you guys. I know a lot of my content probably sounds repetitive and redundant, but like that is the key here. It's me reminding you of these things. We all need reminders. Even for me, I've seen like the same thing probably 1,000 times. Like robotic affirming works, repetition works. I'm abundant, I'm prosperous, I'm successful, everything always goes my way. I like being reminded of this because sometimes we just need reminders. And like, again, we live in an age where we're consuming so much information, right? Like, it's good to see like information that's beneficial to us, conducive to our well-being, what we want to experience, show up again and again, right? It's better than like seeing like negative news or negative things again and again, right? So I mean, even if you do watch someone's YouTube channel and they're saying the same things, but it's like good content, like they're spitting wisdom, they're spitting facts, that's better than like not doing anything at all, right? That's better than letting your thoughts go haywire. That's better than spiraling downwards, right? I've used selective repetition to help you wire in and retain the information you're reading more easily. As an example, something that is especially important will be focused on several times throughout the book, often viewed from more than one perspective. This makes key points more understandable and memorable. So by the way, this is the book, The Power of Neuroplasticity. I love this book. Like, this book is like my go-to. This book is like my manual for life, okay? Like, I feel like I don't really like rereading books. This is a book that I would reread again. I would actually like buy another copy of this book and highlight it again and again, because like I love highlighting, and I don't want to like over highlight, right? But like, this is how much I like this book. It's like literally changed my life, okay? It takes advantage of the way the brain reinforces reinforces retention. That's also important, you guys, retention, because even for me, I've been able to retain, or is that the right word, retention? My point is, like, I've been able to sustain my manifestations, okay? I've been able to sustain a high, steady, income, been able to sustain my wonderful life here in this city, sustain traveling, sustain, milestones in my love life, okay? Which, by the way, like, that's going really well, okay? Like, I'm a little bit private about that, but yeah, let's just say that everything's going super well in my love life, okay? Like, I know I talk a lot about love on my channel. For me, it's definitely been a lesson. Oh my gosh, I'm going on so many tangents, so I'm just going to make this quick. My point is, like, my tastes have changed, I've evolved, I've grown, but I definitely feel like, I'm at a pretty good place in that, in my life. But, until I get, like, married, until I get, like, engaged, I'm just going to keep that private. But I promise you, YouTube is going to be the first place that I will post, like, me manifesting, like, marriage. And I know it's gonna happen soon, but or actually, I don't know if I want it to happen soon. I'm still in my 20s, so I'm not trying to do that until I'm like 30, you know what I mean? But my point is, like, I've been able to sustain the momentum of abundance in all aspects of my life. That's even an affirmation. It's so easy for me to sustain momentum in all aspects of my life. It's easy for me to sustain positive thinking. I'm on I'm on the manifestation grind. I always think positive thoughts, because momentum really is key. That's how you have to show up for yourself every day. Even when I travel, you guys, I still affirm, okay? If I'm like in the bus, plane, whatever, car, I will put on my headphones, okay? Like, of course, like when I go on tours and stuff, I want to be as immersed into the experience as possible, be in the present moment. But whenever I have downtime, I literally manifest, I literally affirm, or just listen to my affirmation tapes, okay? Like, it's like it's the best hack ever, okay? Affirmation tapes in your own voice are literally a life hack. But anyways, it takes advantage of the way the brain reinforces a retention by creating stronger neural pathways as a result of repetition. The more familiar something begins to feel, the more permanent the thought has become, okay? When you repeat something enough, it will become your permanent way of thinking, or your dominant way of thinking. It is through repetition that you learn, and through repetition that you make the unfamiliar familiar, and it is through repetition that you create most of the neural pathways that you have stored in your brain, okay? Again, that's how you know how to talk, write, speak, read, ride a bike, drive a car, right? That's true of everything from muscle memory for athletes to learning multiplication tables in math to how to drive a car without having to think about it, okay? Second nature is created entirely through repetition, okay? Whatever you're manifesting, like, will literally, the affirmations associated with that, the way of thinking associated with that will literally become second nature. But it's just a matter of you, creating that neural pathway so that, it can be seamless for you. You don't have to think too hard. You don't have to think twice about it, okay? It's also why practice makes perfect, because it is by wiring the right neural pathways in the brain over and over again that what we're practicing becomes a permanent new part of the brain's circuitry. It was through repetition that we got most of our mental programs and all of our attitudes in the first place. That's why we believe what we believe, and that's how we got the pictures of ourselves that tell us who we are today. The primary tool of neuroplasticity that forms all of our programs is repetition. How did we learn the words to songs we heard when we were young and learn them so permanently? We still know them word for word today. We learn them by hearing them day after day. We learn them through repetition. What about our eating habits? What we like to eat and how much we eat. Our eating habits are created by our choices of what we eat and how much, being wired and rewired into our brain over and over again. We eat the way we eat because of repetition. Okay? We're almost done here. It was through repetition that we wired in all of our habits, what time we get up, what we talk about most, whether or not we procrastinate, what makes us happy, how fast we drive, how we dress, how we comb our hair, how quickly we answer the phone and how we answer it. Even just like going onto social media, the way that you log onto Instagram, TikTok, right? It's like you don't have to think twice about it. Your brain just does it, right? Like it's just like second nature. It's like a habit at this point, right? Also, one thing, like if you're trying not to go on social media, wherever like you do access your social media app, like let's say you have it in a folder, replace that with an affirmation app, or replace that with your vision board or Pinterest, or some sort of like self-improvement app. Okay, I know like there's so many. There's like the I Am Affirmations app, there's a Parrot app, there's of course Pinterest, right? That's definitely something that helps a lot. But how quickly we answer the phone, how we answer it, how organized we are, what we do in our spare time, how well we take care of our health, our manners, and how polite we are, what upsets us and what makes us happy, and every one of the hundreds of habits each of us has. Okay, key point. It is through repetition, the brain's principal tool of programming, that you will make any future improvements in yourself or change your habits in any lasting way. Each time you send a repeated message to your brain, you're applying another reinforcing layer of pavement to that specific neural roadway. You're sending nutrition and energy to that pathway, stimulating it and making it stronger. The use of repetition is a powerful tool your brain requires to move a thought or experience from momentary to long-term to permanent memory storage. For now, let me repeat, the underlying secret to creating almost all neuroplastic changes in your brain is repetition. Your brain literally changes its structure by repetition. New neural pathways literally, get formed by repetition, okay? So, again, our brains are electromagnetic in nature. I do have a couple of videos about this in my manifestation playlist, the Law of Assumption playlist, so you can check that out. But, repetition really is key. So, robotic affirming, whatever you want to call it, mantra meditation, whatever you do, just be consistent in it until you see the results you want, okay? And I promise you, you will get your manifestation. Like, it has to come. That's literally the law. Like, no one can transcend that law. Like, or even, actually, here's the thing. Even if you think the law doesn't work, the law is still working because you think it doesn't work, right? So whatever your assumptions are, that's why law of assumption will always be, like, superior. Like, even if you believe in the law of attraction, you're still applying the law of assumption, right? Like, so the law does work, but just make it work in your favor. Well, why spend so much time doubting and, saying and doing negative things when you can just say, like, no, this always works for me. My life is perfect. Like, my life is abundant in every way. I'm so prosperous. I succeed and thrive in everything I do. I'm perfect. My life. Like, I'm just repeating myself. Like, this is literally what I do, you guys. Like, I know I sound a little bit redundant and repetitive, but this is how my brain works. And just repeating good thoughts, even if you sound crazy, even if you sound like a broken record, is better than spiraling. Okay, just go out, take a walk, do your affirmations. You need to break that pattern. Sometimes it's about breaking that neural pathway, because and every time you spiral, you do start to, like, build a new neural pathway associated with whatever you're thinking about, when you spiral, or whatever negative thoughts. So you literally just have to, cut yourself off mid-thought and break off that neural pathway, okay? Like, literally just cut that neural pathway, weaken that neural pathway, and replace it with a neural pathway that, works in your favor. A neural pathway that is conducive to the life that you want to live, right? So, again, consciously repeating certain things will override the unconscious. Okay, that is law. That is just the way things are. That is how things work, okay? That's how it's always going to be. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. I'm talking about this because it works. If, like, something else worked, I would come on here and talk about it. I really love scripting. I talked about that a lot. I still script every day, actually, or as often as I can. But I'm really into affirmation tapes and robotically affirming, and I've seen results with that, like, fast, because I got to a point where I'm just like, you know what, I want to be able to do things on a time crunch. And, even the examples I gave, I was able to manifest on a time crunch, right? Being able to log into my meeting on time, getting my Apple Vision Pro on time, like, and these were things that I was highly emotionally invested in. I didn't, like, let go. No, I affirmed the heck out of it. If you like something, you would affirm the heck out of it. You would think about it. Thinking about your SP, thinking about your manifestation doesn't push it away. But if you're thinking about it, you might as well think about it in a positive way. That's why, doing SP affirmations aren't bad. It's actually better than thinking about them in a negative way or replaying negative thoughts. But just make sure you're doing self-concept. Make sure, like, you're complementing, your, like, specific desire affirmations with self-concept, and you're, like, persisting that. Or even if you do all self-concept, honestly, to me, that does work. That is something that has worked for me, and that also works really fast, because I don't like using the term resistance, but it's just like, you don't really have as much resistance to things within yourself, right? Because, I mean, technically everything is within you, even your SP, even your specific desires are within you. But in order to, like, just manifest what you want, just build that power within yourself, okay? Seriously, like, it's the most magical thing ever. Like, if you watch those, like, magic shows, like, like the I don't know, Winx Fairy Club, like, all these, like, what do you call, like, I guess, like, fictional TV shows, which I don't even know if they're that fictional. Like, I genuinely feel like, magic is a real thing. Like, how, like, people can, like, literally just, like in Harry Potter, they do, like, light spells and stuff like that, right? Like, they can just, in a lot of these wizard witches movies, they just, like, snap their finger and, like, things change, right? You can do that with your mind. I'm not even kidding. Like, this stuff works, but it's just a matter of, like, cultivating these abilities, having strength and confidence in your abilities, harnessing your power, and consistently doing that. You guys, practice is what makes perfect. I remember this one scene in Harry Potter. Oh my gosh, like, with Hermione, she was trying to make the broom go up, right? Like, they would say, like, up, and like, the broom did start moving, but it took some practice, right? And then Harry, like, he participates in, like, the Quidditch bowl, right? Like, Quidditch is a bowl, yeah. I mean, I know it's called Quidditch, right? It's like he literally went from, like, or, like, I don't know, like, I forget the characters. Like, I know some of the characters went from, like, barely being able to, like, get their broom up to, like, literally winning, like, Quidditch matches, right? It's just a matter of practice. You can do that, because this is your reality. Stop subscribing to limiting beliefs. Stop putting time on a pedestal. Stop putting circumstances on a pedestal, okay? Stop being bogged down by other people's limiting beliefs. The economy is like this is like this is like that. It doesn't matter. You need to stand up. And own your abilities. Own that. No, like, I am powerful. I am the almighty. Okay? And get out of that scarcity mindset. Get out of that victim mindset. Even if you're the type of person that's going to check the 3D, you need to tell yourself, okay, like, set the intention of checking the 3D. Oh, I'm checking the 3D because, I know that I always see what I want to see. No matter what I see in the 3D, I'm always going to get what the heck I want because I'm the operant power of my reality. Or, you're trying to check your SP's profile. Oh, I'm only checking it to write them like a birthday post or something, or like, get pictures so I can like screenshot it and make like a post for them, right? Like, and I know even if it sounds like the biggest lie, it doesn't matter. Just tell yourself a certain story that works in your favor, something that you want to hear, and just stick with it, and you will get your manifestation so fast. Okay. I do want to let you know that I have a self-concept challenge going on in my Patreon group where I give you self-concept affirmations for you to manifest your specific person. We also have a signs challenge going on where I give you signs to look for to also manifest your specific person. We use the collective power of the group to, expedite our individual manifestations. And I offer in-depth tarot readings as well as manifestation coaching and also custom subliminals. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you'll find my website. You can sign up for those services through my website. And I also do have a new deck that I came out with, Midnight Mystique. So if you're interested in buying that, that will be available for sale soon. And yeah, thank you so much. I will end the video right here. Happy manifesting.